Well, good morning and welcome to another episode of Wisdom to Wealth. Thank you for tuning in and joining us. I'm your host, Whitney Hammond, the owner of Sovereign Wealth Management. And with me today is co-host Teresa Pelizzari. She's a financial security advisor with Sovereign Wealth Management. Good morning, Teresa.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for having me, Whitney.
Awesome. Yes. So whether you are just getting started in your investment life or you're looking to manage your money yourself or work closely with a financial advisor, Wisdom to Wealth discussions will provide a roadmap to the life you want and you deserve. Our mission here is to teach you how to gain control of your money so that your money doesn't take control of you. And this is what we see happen all the time. So today we're going to have a quick talk about business owners, and this can also be applied to building your own financial empire. A couple of tips here. So one of my daily focuses is to keep my eye on the ball. So today we're going to talk about keeping score. So when you are a business owner, we have a lot of balls in the air and we've got a lot of things on the go. And the one thing that is consistent is change, because we always have change. So for me as a business owner, I have to keep my eye on the ball and know exactly what my outcomes are so I can pretty much compartmentalize and push all the noise out. So with running a company or building your own financial empire, we need to know the score. Like when we watch sports, we all want to know what the score is. Why? Because we want to know that our team will win. We are rooting for them. So in business, it's the same thing, or building our own wealth. We need to keep our eye on the ball. So a big recommendation from me is to create a scorecard. And what that is we can see at a glance the goalpost, and it lets us know where we're at all times. And so connected to a scoreboard is what I call a dashboard. So we create a dashboard and we fill that with critical drivers. And so what a critical driver is, it's the action steps that are needed to take the business owner or yourself when you're doing your own financial planning. It's to take you to the objectives of your scorecard. So we work with these in my office. All my team members, my staff have them, my advisors have them. And so for me, I have four dashboards because I'm extra busy, but really you should only have one. And then I have the scorecard. So whenever I look, so the dashboard is monitored on a monthly basis to see exactly where I am. And if I'm not reaching the score, I go back to my dashboard and see, okay, what's missing on here? And I do the same thing with my team because, things will fall through the cracks and they're not going to take ownership of it. So I can find out right away what's wrong. Because when I look at their dashboard, I can see, hey, this wasn't done. And because this wasn't done, this is why we're not getting the score, right? So, so for building your own financial empire, your family enterprise, it's the same thing. So if you have a scoreboard and you say, I want to own a house, I want to own a rental property, I want to own a commercial building, I want to have a big RSP, I want to have a stock portfolio, and I want to have a bunch of money in an insurance cash value insurance policy. I'm not going to put numbers on there, but that's what you would put in your scorecard of this is the ultimate goal that I want to have. And then you would build your dashboard. And the same thing when you're running your business. If the scorecard says, well, we need to get this many customers and we need to move this much product and we need to keep our business ratios, our overheads at about, let's say 35%. So you've got 3 things on there, and then you would create your dashboard of your critical drivers of what you would need to do to be able to get those customers and to provide the sales, to get the sales going, and then to have the ratio that you need, because there's no sense in being in business if you're not making money. So you want to be able to say, I only want to have a 35% overhead. And these sort of this sort of stuff I can help people with building these but they work, they're effective, and this is what you need to have these building blocks to get ahead. So Teresa, what are some tips that have brought you some great success?
Well, thanks, Whitney. And this is one of my favorite topics of all time. And the reason being is we work real hard and we want to work smart, and we don't want to have a false start. So, time is valuable. We want to make sure that we pre-think what it is, where we want to go, and what activities will get us there, so that we can just hit the ground running. And I generally start jotting down some notes in October. As Whitney says, monitoring things on a monthly basis, but in October, you're starting to think about the next year. So just jotting some rough notes. People tend not to plan because they think it takes too long. It literally takes 2 hours a year, and then minutes to monitor it and redirect sort of things. So the final step is very important. Once I get my plan and as Whitney said, our dashboard and our scoreboard in place, is to set it aside, come back to it, have a fresh look, and then measure it against the SMART method of planning, which for many but it's a great refresher. Can you see that, Whitney?
Absolutely, yes.
Right? So many of you know this acronym. It is critical. I need a refresher on it on a regular basis because I'll put my plan in place and maybe miss some detail. So I'll run through these quickly. So specific is, really important. The who, what, where, when of your plan needs to be put in there and defined very clearly. The next is measurable, which, as Whitney always says, what gets measured gets done.
Yes.
And if you're not monitoring your goal, chances are you're not going to reach it. So you need indicators to say, that this is what it looks like when I get there. So the next one is achievable. Do you have the resources and the capabilities? Is there some extra people that you need to get involved to make sure that you are reaching those goals? And the relevant is the purpose. Why are you doing this? What is the relevance? And sometimes we put busy activities in there that have absolutely nothing to do with our plan and our goals. So get rid of the clutter, get rid of the noise. And again, going back to your comment, Whitney, is when we get rid of the noise, we're way more productive.
Yes.
And some of those relevant things might not be on your plan. They might be on someone else's plan.
Absolutely. So, they got leveraged out.
Exactly. Yeah. And if we focus on our unique ability, which, for us as financial advisors is absolutely strategic planning and working with our clients. So that's critical. And another really important one, which I tightened up my plan this morning after going over this the last couple of days, is making sure it's time bound. Making sure that you put timelines on there, and everything can't be in the first 30 days. That's not realistic. So you go back to, okay, is this measurable? Is it relevant? Is it achievable? And you can't, like, mine are staggered out. Generally, the dates are right to halfway through the year so that I can prioritize how I'm spending my time. And so the very last piece over and above SMART is sharing your plan with someone else. I share mine with Whitney. I share it with the team. They need to know what my goals are so they can support and help me get there. And absolutely, none of us are as smart as all of us.
That's true, Teresa. That is great. Thank you so much. And just a note on the goal making. I really challenge people this year to stretch out and create bigger goals than what you may normally have. Because the thing is that if you don't shoot for the stars, you might just hit the moon. Like it's you won't get anywhere if you don't have the goals set, and it starts with a number. So a lot of people can be afraid of the number, and so this year 2021 I really want to start talking specifically to women, and of course men are more than welcome too, but I really am going to challenge women in 2021 to start coming out and boldly telling us what their numbers are, what their financial goals are, how much money, how much revenue do you want to bring in this year? Is it $2 million or is it $40,000? Because if it's $40,000, you need to sharpen your pencil and get moving on that goal. Do not go into a business to try to make $40,000 a year. Go into a business to try to make a whole pile of money. And then when you make that pile of money, set another goal to make a pile more. And what happens is you'll get so busy, you'll end up bringing more people into your business to help you. And so that's called leverage, right? So what Teresa mentioned was, things that may be noisy would be a job for somebody else, because those people absolutely love those jobs. So focus, keep your eye on the ball, on your own financial planning, on your own net worth planning. See the picture of what you want. Is it a home? Is it I want to be comfortable? Is it I want to pay off debt? Is that I want to be able to retire comfortably? If you don't start with a goal, there's no map and you're not going to get there. And so secondly, for business owners, it's the same thing. You set a goal and you work with it. Find a coach, find a financial consultant, advisor, who you can bounce these ideas off of to hold each other accountable. Thank you for joining us today. And thank you very much, Teresa.
Thank you, Whitney.
And we'll see you next Wednesday morning.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.